Arsenal, having gone ahead to sign a player known as Pierre Hincapie from Bayer Leverkusen, he has gone ahead to obviously make an attempt to sign another defender from Bayer Leverkusen. And we're obviously going to be talking about a story about Mika Godts to PSG. Here we go. And then Kylian Mbappe has finally come out and spoken about the new manager of Real Madrid, who goes by names of Jose Mourinho. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun wherever you are. And we are here to see to it that we bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. And let's obviously go ahead and really do the needful. And what's the needful? The needful is simple. Continue to subscribe to see to it that we hit now 31,000 subscribers. Remember, we've already gone ahead to hit the magic number of 30,000, and now we want to hit 40,000 subscribers in there for you. And without you guys, wouldn't have gone ahead to make it, right? So please, let's obviously continue to show some love, right? Let's obviously continue to see to it that all goes on well as planned, and we will let the rest go on as planned in there for you. So this is the Rokani Media Football in there for you. Now, let's obviously start it off with Jeremy Quansah, Arsenal making contact onto this player, and they've gone ahead to contact a side known as Bayer Leverkusen, where this lad plays for. Now, this story was put out by Fabrizio Romano, and he told us that Arsenal made contact with Jarell Quansah's camp over a possible move this week. Initial talks, as Rob Dostisky reported, Bayer Leverkusen will try to keep the defender this season. Liverpool had a 70 million euro buyback clause this summer but expired. No clauses for other clubs. Now, Arsenal are looking out for a player who can play as a central defender and at the same time as a right back. That is it, because they feel like they need some cover in there for you. Quansah was a Liverpool player and a Liverpool Academy graduate, if you really want to be brought up to speed. And Quansah went ahead to make his Premier League debut for Liverpool in the season of 2023-2024. He played 17 games, put in 2 goals, 0 assists, 1 yellow card, and 0 red cards in there for you. Then from there, the season of 2024-2025, he had 13 games played, 0 goals and 0 assists with 3 yellow cards. Liverpool went ahead to sell him to a club known as Bayer Leverkusen. That was his last gimmick, that last season at Liverpool, and they moved him on. And I was like, why did Liverpool move on a player like this? That was really my huge question, because he had proven himself that he can partner well with Virgil van Dijk. Now, last season for Bayer Leverkusen, 28 games, 4 goals and 0 assists in the Bundesliga. DFB Pokal Cup, 5 matches and 1 goal. UEFA Champions League, you remember when Arsenal really played against this guy? When Arsenal played against Bayer Leverkusen, obviously he was among there for you, and he really played 11 Champions League games. Now, when a player comes out and plays 11 Champions League games, that is really very, 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 very good, because he was fit to play all the Champions League games. Champions League experience is really very important, and that really speaks volumes. You understand? That really speaks volumes about why Arsenal want to obviously sign this player and bring him on to see to it that he really plays a big role into their charge of the season, this coming season. That is it. Now, in the game they played, that was 1-1 away. Let me check here. Obviously, Quansah played in a back 3 alongside Endrich and Topsoba, right? Because some of you might be asking, has he ever gone ahead to play at the Emirates? Even in the game they played at the Emirates, you understand? Obviously, Quansah came in through and really played, and Arsenal went ahead to beat this team by 2 goals to nil. And I think it was an Ebelechi Eze goal And who went ahead to score the second one? Because Ebelechi went ahead to score a spectacular. Then Declan Rice, 63rd, doubled the lead. And I think this is the result that saw Arsenal go ahead to face, I think, was it Sporting Lisbon, right? Now, he's still young, and Arsenal need him. And I think they are getting in the right profile of a player because of the World Cup. You saw to it that he was played more as a right back by the manager of England. And he played 3 games for England the World Cup, and he didn't score in goal, but that doesn't stop him from being an elite player. You understand? So that is a side known as Arsenal making the contact. And Arsenal was really very good and brave and wise because they knew to it that Liverpool had what we call a buyback clause. And after that buyback clause went ahead to expire, obviously that's when Arsenal raised up their hand to obviously go ahead and obviously sign the player. You understand? And we wait to see whether Bayer Leverkusen will sell the player. Clubs like this will be like, we're not selling the player. But I tell you, Arsenal has a very good working relationship with Bayer Leverkusen. Remember, Arsenal went ahead to buy Pierre Hincapie from that side. They went ahead to buy Pierre Hincapie from a side called Bayer Leverkusen, right? After bringing in Pierre Hincapie on loan with an option to buy, they went ahead to obviously make the deal permanent this particular summer transfer window. Not so? Now, we are seeing things going on well. That means they can go ahead and really strike another deal with Bayer Leverkusen if all goes on well. So let no one lie to you that this deal cannot happen. Teams like Bayer Leverkusen are there to sell players. I think Quansah knows very well that if at all he wants to go and play in the World Cup again, play in the Euros, Nations League, and get into the starting spot of England, because the positions are really there, he has to come up and obviously leave the side of what? Of Germany, and gets back where he's obviously going to be seen hugely. William Saliba is also injured, meaning that they might be looking at Quansah to come in through and compete with Mosquera until Saliba really gets back. But Timber is one of those whose doubts into this season as it starts. So they're like, we have to prepare, as it say, the YC ahead. The amount of money they'll obviously sell him, I think it'll be around 70 million euros. Being English and having it as a release clause between Liverpool and PSG, and Bayer Leverkusen that expired, obviously, it means that if you want him, he'll be in that range. I think they bought him for like 45 million euros from Liverpool, so they would have gone ahead to make a profit of like 20 to 30 million euros as the side of Bayer Leverkusen. So we wait and see whether Bayer Leverkusen will be willing to sell or even the player will be willing to go. Because you might be here when the player is not willing to obviously cross from a side known as Bayer Leverkusen to come to Arsenal. You understand? But a chance like this knocks once at every man, is what I tell you. Because if Arsenal has failed to sign you the previous season, it's very rare for Arsenal to come back for you the following season. You understand? So that is it for Quansah to Arsenal contact med. I want to see what your thoughts are about this. Now let's go to PSG, and it's all about Mika Godts. And Mika Godts to PSG. Here we go. Verbal agreement reached. And the package is worth 55 million euros verbally agreed after new official bid sent in by PSG. Documents yet to be exchanged, but verbal pact in place. Exclusive story confirmed from July. Now, if you've been following up this channel a lot, we talked about Mika Godts, and PSG went ahead to first make a bid of 40 plus 5 million euros, and it was turned down by Ajax, and Ajax wanted 60 million euros. Now, I don't know whether the 55 million euros is guaranteed fees or it's 50 plus 5, but they've gone ahead to obviously get in this player, and they finally go ahead to obviously strengthen their left attacking side of the midfield. If Mika Godts fits in like a glove at the side of Ajax, I tell you. So at the side of PSG, they would have gone ahead to elevate their attacking side, getting off Kvaratskhelia, and they bring in a Mika Godts. Oh my God. Oh my God. You understand? So, PSG is making huge profit from Mika Godts. And, Ajax is making huge profit from Mika Godts. And it's really very, very, very good to see to it that it has gone ahead to go their way. And he's a very good player. Very good player. And he's one of those that I've gone to warn people about. And many teams have gone ahead to see PSG taking him. When he hits the ground running, don't come out and really tell me that I never told you about this lad. Not so. Lastly, it's Kylian Mbappe, breaking silence onto the manager of Real Madrid, who goes by names of Mourinho. He said, we have one goal, win. It's very positive to have a coach like Mourinho who knows how to win. Now, Kylian Mbappe, I respect your words. Mourinho knows how to win. And when did Mourinho last win a league trophy or a Champions League trophy? Because for me, winning the FA Cups of this world and so on and so forth, I can't come in here and obviously say, he's a winner, he's a winner, he's a winner. Not really. I don't think that that can be my yardstick of really calling someone a winner. That is it. I think my yardstick to call someone a winner is really beyond that. It's 100% beyond what is being said by Kylian Mbappe. Now, he has been given a chance to obviously come in through and really manage one of the biggest teams in the world. Arguably the best team, the best football club in the world. That is Jose Mourinho. Now, if it is Jose Mourinho, one of the best in this business, we need to see him put out results onto the pitch. That is it. We are not obviously going to go by the past. We obviously going to go by the present. You understand? So, he's a winner and he used to win. But can he win something at Real Madrid? To me, I think their last nail in the coffin is when they let Rodri slip through their hands to go to a team known as Barcelona. If I were Real Madrid, I would have gone ahead to obviously sign Rodri and sold Tchouaméni. Because for Tchouaméni, they would have gone ahead to get him like 100 million euros. And they would have gone ahead to get 100 and obviously paid for this player. I know at his level, he can play for the next 5 seasons at Real Madrid. And the Spanish La Liga is not physical as the Premier League, meaning that he won't need to use a lot of energy to see to it that he really does the needful. So I want to let you know that, one, the club of the club of Real Madrid and winning are really going to be a little bit far from where they would have gone ahead to be if at all they had gone ahead to obviously bring in a player known as Rodri. Because Rodri is going to their nemesis, that is Barcelona, and you'll see what will happen. I promise you'll come here and thank me later. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun. Thank you for obviously watching in through, and continue to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Now, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Arsenal make Quansah transfer contract. In there for you, what do you make about it? Then, also, I want to have your say at this particular moment about the following. Mika Godts to the side of PSG. Here we go. And a player known as Mbappe saying that they've gotten a manager who knows how to win. The big question goes out to you. Is Mourinho still that manager that knows how to win? I want to really listen to you in the comment section below. It has been a while, but I'm back like I never left. And I'll drop a live video at around midnight. You understand? But uploads obviously going to be flowing in here. See you later, my mates. Bye-bye. I love you.